Hey Tribe, Matt here. In continuing with our back health series, I want to talk about posture today. Now, I see a very common postural distortion pattern all the time. This pattern is called lower cross syndrome, and what that looks like is the low back curve is exaggerated and the butt sticks out. This can cause a lot of problems in the body. This can cause low back pain, it can cause knee pain, hip pain, even a tight hamstring complex. One of the biggest causes of lower cross syndrome is actually sitting. So when my body is in this position right here, my hip flexors are flexed, so this muscle is constantly under tension, while my glutes aren't being used at all. They're just being smashed by my body weight. If we spend years of our lives sitting like this, it can eventually lead to that lower cross syndrome that I was talking about earlier. So today I want to go over a hip flexor stretch and then a glute strengthening exercise that's hopefully going to help bring about some relief for any back pain or posture problems that we might have. So our glute strengthening exercise today is going to be a basic version of the bridge. So to get set up for the bridge, I need a surface that's going to elevate my feet like roughly 8 inches off of the floor. So I'm going to put my feet on the elevated surface and then lay down flat on the ground. Now the bridge looks like this. It's a hip lifting exercise. But before we actually lift the hips, we want to get the body ready for the movement. So the first thing we're going to do before we move the hips is turn on the pelvic floor. That's all these muscles below your belly button. Call them your bathroom muscles if you want to. We're going to contract everything on our pelvic floor, drawing that navel up towards the spine and then squeezing the glutes to lift the hips off of the mat and then come back down. So the progression looks like this. Pelvic floor activation, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, hold and breathe. We're going to be here for 5 seconds. Come back down and relax. Repeat that up to 10 times. You can do 2 to 3 sets of those every day. Make sure you're taking your rest days. To stretch out our hip flexors, we're going to need an elevated surface. I'm going to use this box right here. We're going to be doing a lunge. So to get set up for that, I'm going to press one foot onto the box, other foot's on the mat, and then I want to make sure that I'm leaving this back leg straight as I'm gliding into my lunge. Another thing that I want to keep in mind while I'm doing this exercise is to open up this hip flexor by pressing it forward as I'm gliding forward. And make sure you're breathing during this exercise too. Don't hold your breath. Big exhale, and then come on back. Do that 10 to 20 times as well. You can do up to 3 sets of those on your exercise days too. I hope that's helpful. If you know anybody that has back pain, be sure to share this video with them. You could help them as well. Thanks for tuning in.